So good afternoon. We're here with Barrett. It's getting warmed up here with his driver. It's going to be his first time today, really working with Trackman. He's explained to me a couple little miscues or mishits with his driver, so we're curious to take a look here and see what we can dive into once using the technology. So in this situation, I like to have the student just hit a couple shots. Let's get a baseline. That way, when we're looking at the numbers, we can look for discrepancies. Honestly, we hope to see a little bit of a miss and give us something here to improve on. All right, Barrett. Let's see one more, and then we'll take a look at those first three.
Absolutely.
Blue is going to be our path. Red is going to be our face. So that first shot you hit, again, we like that angle, that launch angle that we got out of that. Misses a little bit high. Um, Something we could look at as we have you hit some more shots to see if that becomes an issue. But really, on this screen, I want you to just get an idea of how these things affect each other, so you can see that this line of where your shaft is going, we want the club head to be ahead of where your face is or where the club head is, as so we're not trapping the ball as much. So like when we look at this one, yes, like you hit it 299 yards, that's great and everything, but you can see that this shaft angle here, you're almost kind of trapping the golf ball. Yeah, you got some more yardage out of it because you're essentially making your loft all the way down to a 9.9, but we ultimately pulled that left because we almost got a little too ahead of it. We trapped it. We closed down the club face. Impact here, I love that. Another great visualization. Makes you feel pretty good about yourself by seeing that. But again, I think as we hit some more shots here together, trying to get to this hitting up at the ball. This is really the only club we're allowed to swing up and try to get a little more launch out of the club, and avoid really shutting things down and making almost like a little bit more of an iron swing. But overall, when we compare this dotted line, which is your path or where your target line, I'm sorry, um, all these are great. I mean, honestly, I don't think we need to make any sort of huge change as far as like your path, and you're not coming across, you're not coming too far inside. So these are great things to work with. I think together, going back to things like your club head speed, try to dial things back because you're such a tall guy and you have such a longer swing path that you're going to get club head speed anyway. That I think by smoothing out your transition and really trying to slow things down and control a little more is going to just add up to more consistency. um, again, launch angle, love that. Smash factors a relationship to club head speed to ball speed. That's a great number there. Honestly, I don't get too much into that with my students. It's a funny, nerdy thing to look at, but in my opinion, it's just another number, to be honest. But spin rate, didn't touch on that. Spin rate is very important. We want to have spin rate low. Let's see both of these here. I mean, this one, I mean, that's super low. That's like a little knuckleball, but realistically, I'd want to see you between like 2,500 would be a great number. So that's something we can also dive into. But the idea being we want to have a higher launch. Let's try to get your speed to a nice, comfortable, controllable level. And let's try to keep that spin rate in the 25 to 28 range. Again, 2931, not a bad number, but we will want to try to keep that under 3,000 as we're taking a look together.
So what I'm hearing is I need to just kind of slow down my transition and really focus on more center contact and letting the club release instead of holding on to it like an iron.
I would 100% agree with that.
Great.
Absolutely.
So working on the transition, focusing on hitting it on the upswing and more center contact.